Okay, Buddy Bud here with another quick video here. I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but this is another one of these feminists that think that men are the worst thing in the world, like usual. And part of my theme of my channel is I don't really like women. I really don't. They're claiming that men are ruining the world. It's all men, men, men. Women never do anything wrong. Baloney. Let's see what they have to say real quick.
He said many offensive things, but I think it's a very good example, his recent statements about how men can evolve and change. And by the way, toxic masculinity isn't about saying your body is a wonderland. It's actually about men being violent towards women. And that song was written for his girlfriend at the time.
Everyone is against men being violent
That's
toward
right.
women, but I wonder if the standard isn't different. If Brett Kavanaugh's calendar from 1982 had, you know, basketball with squee and then your body is a wonderland and your bubblegum tongue, I mean, you would have called for his arrest, right?
Well, yeah, but John Mayer wasn't up for the Supreme Court, right? I mean, you're talking about two different men.
So he wasn't in the way of Democrats assuming political power.
No, it's just a completely different.
I'm looking for a universal
It's not the same thing, Tucker. It's not the same thing at all. One man is a singer and the other man was.
So what she's saying, it's different rules for different fools, is what I say. It's like that at work. No matter where you work, there's different rules for different fools. But they're picking and choosing who's bad and who's good. These women. There's never a man here talking to this guy. It's all women. That's what they're learning in college. It's not even their fault, probably. That's what they're teaching in colleges now. So we're going to have a whole generation of people going through college, learning all this stuff, and it's a little more.
Up for the United States Supreme Court, and a very serious
and
allegation.
In the way of Democrats.
But a very serious allegation came up against Kavanaugh, and that didn't happen with John Mayer. Has anybody ever accused John Mayer of sexual assault and testified?
And I hope not. And I'm not even attacking John Mayer at all. I just want to know what the standard is. Is that there's such a thing as toxic masculinity, which is men being male? Is there such a thing as
No, that is actually completely wrong. That's not correct at all.
There's no definition. It's just like some made-up dumb feminist term.
No, there isn't.
There's no real.
A made-up dumb feminist term. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my God. I don't know how many times I got to reiterate it. Women are just as bad, if not worse. I say worse. Because they can say something, make something up, and have a guy thrown in jail and have his whole career ruined just on her word and remain anonymous. Doesn't work the other way around. How many times you see a teacher having relations with a student? If it's a woman teacher, it's frowned upon. But if it's a man, boom, 20 years. Baloney. They all want equality, but they don't, and at the same time they don't. I don't know. You know, women are pretty, but not with an innie. I like women with outies. A chick with a dick, I say, would be perfect. God. This guy is smart on the left. He handles it really well. Let's watch this a little bit more.
Definition.
There's actually been studies done on it. It's an academic term, and it's about violence against
Now you further
women.
discredited it. But let me ask you this.
No, I haven't.
Is there
actually.
such
Look it
a
up,
thing?
Tucker.
Look it up.
Look it up. We're talking about violence against
Maybe
women.
I'll get right on that.
We're talking about a pop star. Please do.
Everybody's against violence against women. Let's be clear about that. I want to know if there's such a thing in the academic. Okay, that's your definition. Let me ask you, what is the definition of toxic femininity?
I don't think there is a definition of toxic femininity.
There are a ton of
Oh my God. There's no such thing. How arrogant can you be? Are men perfect? No. Women perfect? No. Deal with it. It's simple. I'm so tired of it. You know, they're worried about everything. You can't say man, you can't say human, you can't say this or that because you might offend somebody. But what's the old saying? You can't please everybody. It can't be done. It can't be done. You know, I'm really overweight. Do you think they should make all the seats 3 feet wide for me and everybody else just in case some fat person wants to fly? They ain't gonna do that. This. I gotta listen to a little more. I haven't watched this part yet. Out this far.
Women. Oh, there isn't. Oh, there's
Okay,
not.
what is
So
it?
there are a lot
What
of
is it?
women in
Please tell
prison
me.
for shooting. Well, I have no idea.
That's-
Actually, you know, I'll be honest with you. I don't think that inherent qualities are ever toxic. I don't think there's such a thing as toxic
Gee, I don't think-
homosexuality or toxic masculinity or toxic femininity. I think the whole idea is insane. People act in a way that's
but
bad.
you are
That
not
behavior
understanding what
is
the
bad.
definition is, and you're completely
I understand
confusing
precisely what it
two
is.
different points. No, you're not.
Well, then you
Toxic
tell me,
masculinity
why
is
couldn't-
not inherent, and not all men are
Oh.
violent and bad. Breaking news, Tucker. Not all men are
But
violent
why-
and bad.
that's
and what's
not-
so
not actually
controversial
news to
about
me as a
what
man.
John Mayer said? What's so controversial about that? He's saying don't feel entitled to women. And we are talking, you know, this is coming on the heels of
Okay, but
a
let
really
me ask you,
intense
hold on,
time.
wait, slow down. Can I
in the
ask you a
century.
serious question? Okay,
Please do.
it is an intense time, but I think all of us as adults have an obligation to think as clearly as we can.
That's why you shouldn't
So it is
define
It has
toxic
been a
masculinity
commonplace.
incorrectly.
There's no definition of it, as you know. It's a bunch
There
of ludicrous
is.
low IQ
No,
academics
you're
making it up as
saying
they go
that.
along.
That's not correct,
And you know,
Tucker.
but it is true. But let
No,
me ask
it
you very quickly,
isn't.
why not just say abuse is bad? Toxic masculinity is a quality that is inherent in men. You're attacking an inherent
Masculinity,
quality.
but
You
not
know that
toxic
perfectly well, which is why
masculinity.
you'll.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. I'm sorry, but I don't wish any harm to come to any women, but personally, I just stay away from them. That's all I can do. That's all anybody has to do if they don't like any particular individual. Just stay away from them. There's no reason to go on a show like this and push your agenda. That's a bunch of baloney. Don't like men? Stay away from them. Simple. That's it for today. Buddy Bud out.